Welcome to EarthConsole, the platform that simplifies Earth observation data access, processing, and analysis. Whether you are a researcher, a student, or a service developer, EarthConsole is here to help you use Earth observation data for your project. Let's get started. This video has 4 parts. We'll start by introducing EarthConsole. Then, we'll dive into the platform's parallel processing service. After that, we'll provide a practical example of how to run processing tasks with the parallel small baseline subset for Sentinel-1 on-demand service, the service hosted on EarthConsole and developed in collaboration with the Italian Institute for the Electromagnetic Sensing of the Environment. And finally, we'll cover how to request free access to the P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 on-demand service via the European Space Agency Network of Resources initiative. EarthConsole is a platform developed and managed by Progressive Systems, helping the scientific community work with Earth observation data. With EarthConsole, you can get access to different sources of Earth observation data, such as the Copernicus Sentinel missions, ESA scientific missions, or heritage missions, which are missions that are no longer active in space, but which have acquired important data to understand the evolution of natural phenomena over time. EarthConsole also offers flexible environments for developing and testing algorithms and scalable processing capacity to handle large volumes of data with a wide variety of processors provided by important research centers, institutions, and universities serving different scientific purposes. These processors can be used to perform bulk processing, where our experts will run scalable processing campaigns covering extensive geographic areas or long time periods, based on your requirements, and will deliver the processing results to you once ready. Or the processor can be used to perform on-demand processing. Via graphical user interface, you can run your processing tasks autonomously by selecting your area and time period of interest, by configuring the processing parameters, and by downloading results once ready. We have a list of processors hosted on EarthConsole serving different applications available for bulk processing, on-demand processing, or both. In this tutorial, we are going to focus on the P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 on-demand processing service. Let's see how it works.
Hello, I'm pleased to introduce you to the S-BAS service for Sentinel-1 integrated into the EarthConsole platform and developed in collaboration with the CNR IREA National Research Council. The DInSAR approach, called S-BAS, acronym for Small Baseline Subset, is an interferometric technique that allows the generation of ground displacement maps using a multi-temporal analysis. As its name suggests, the S-BAS approach relies on an appropriate combination of differential interferograms produced by data pairs characterized by small temporal and orbital separation baseline in order to limit the noise affecting the interferometric phase signals. The P-Pro service provides the Earth observation community with an automatic tool for improving the surface deformation analysis and thus making advances in understanding several geophysical phenomena. In fact, the S-BAS approach has been successfully used for the investigation of different scenarios, such as volcanoes, tectonics, landslides. This service performed the full S-BAS IREA chain from single-loop complex level 1 data, focusing to displacement time series generation. First of all, we select the S-BAS service for Sentinel-1 in the P-Pro on-demand interface. I would like to point out that the S-BAS service for ENVISAT is also available which is part of Heritage Mission Virtual Lab. We select an area of interest, for example, above the Napoli area. And we also select the start and date for the catalog search. It is advisable to start no earlier than 2016. We also move the reference point that will be used for files unwrapping to an area with high coherence and stable, for example, an urban area. At this point, we can start the search. Now we can restrict the search to a particular relative orbit. For example, the orbit 44. Now we select the product. We suggest to put here an appropriate number of results. And so on. We can assign the name of the jobs. The reference point is already set, and then we can submit our job. You can find the jobs running already done in my task tab. And for example, it's possible for a task already completed, it's possible to see the information, input data, parameter, output. And here it's possible to download the results. I would like to show you the result of similar task that I have already performed. The processing takes about 1 day. The result contains several data, as well as a map that can be imported into Google Earth. The areas in green are stable zones, while in red are highlighted subsidence phenomena, and in blue are areas where the land has arisen. For example, the Campi Flegrei. The actual data is contained in a comma-separated value file. Results are provided in line of sight. The process information is reported. For example, the acquisition dates of the images used. And then, for each measurement point, are reported the geographic coordinates, the topography above the ellipsoid emitters, the mean deformation velocity in centimeter per year, the temporal coherence, and the acquisition geometry, components of line of sight, unit vector along the north, east, and vertical directions. And finally, line of sight displacement time series in centimeter. Starting from the value 0.
We are in the position to offer free access to the P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 on-demand service via the ESA Network of Resources. This is an initiative by the European Space Agency aimed at supporting the use of cloud platforms for Earth observation data exploitation onboarded in this framework, such as EarthConsole, by covering the related cost. You can apply for an ESA sponsorship if you are working on a research project, an educational initiative, or a pre-commercial and demonstration project. If your application is approved by ESA, you will receive a voucher which amounts to maximum €5,000 for non-ESA project, while there are no limits if you are working on an ESA-funded project. The voucher will cover a 6-month subscription to the P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 service, including up to 500 processing hours. If you want to access P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 for free, you can visit our website and fill in the PPRO on-demand form on our web app by selecting the P-SBAS for Sentinel-1 service. Once you will submit your service request, we will review it and help you prepare a sponsorship request for your project to be submitted to the ESA Network of Resources. For any clarification, don't hesitate to contact us at info@earthconsole.eu. We would be happy to help.